Subscribe to Motorcycle Explorer magazine, the best online English language publication about adventure motorcycle riding. As we have seen in the previous True Adventure Bike Weekend and Orange Mountain event videos on this channel, Austrian dirt tracks are mainly gravel tracks. Here in Italy, the tracks are quite different at times due to the different surfaces. We also find this track along the roadside completely by accident and decide to ride on it. And here we are now in Trail Rider's Paradise, a nice flat sandy track with some soil and some few stones, just like the ones back in England. I love it here in Italy. Now, traveling in Italy from a food point of view is also very different. Austria, like England, is now catching up with the sandwiches in plastic boxes culture. I tried to find packed, ready-to-go sandwiches at many petrol stations in Italy, but without much luck. What I could buy were crisps and sliced bread. And of course, with this being the Enduro Alexis channel, we're all about giving you some excellent advice for the journey ahead. So I'm now sharing with you an emergency recipe plan by a British rider recommended to me to provide myself with a tasty meal, the delicious crisp sandwich. But this soily track is not the only one that we find. Shortly before Civitavecchia, where we will board the ferry to Sardinia, we find this long track on which the view over the entire landscape and horizon is magical. Of course, one picture opportunity after the other develops, and we get snap happy, but the camera phone survives my enthusiasm. Of course, we have come here to enjoy some puddles and mud like back in England, so we start splashing through. Due to weather and terrain, each country in Europe has different kinds of tracks and byway surfaces to offer. And that sweet smell of wet sand and soil is definitely something else. Riding these tracks, one quickly remembers the various videos of off-roaders who ride on vast plains and deserts around the world, and one wonders if we are just experiencing only a fraction of what they are, as we are limited to a specific track or byway with possibly only a fraction of the freedom. However, while riding on a vast plain in Spain once, unrestricted by not having to stick to a certain path, I did enjoy this unique experience of a certain version of freedom. But while the experience was great, something was missing. One would think that in comparison to desert and South America, Africa and Australia riders, we in Europe have drawn the short straw, as we seem to have less freedom since we are limited to a narrow track. But like in a road movie, or like in a mystery film in which a character enters a deep and dark forest on a narrow track, one eagerly awaits the surprises which have been prepared along a certain specific route. It is a sense of mystery about challenges which have been deliberately prepared along a certain track, as opposed to random, avoidable challenges out on untracked plains, which makes trail riding so special for me. Of course, a combination of tracks and untracked open spaces would be ideal, but for me, riding on tracks will always have just that little bit extra excitement and mystery. And let's face it, we see many riders in North America and Australia also sticking to tracks, as it is safer, and tracks also seem to provide them with the same sense of mystery like they do for us. So we in Europe can't have had it that bad after all. Join us in episode 5 of Salzburg to Sardinia 2016, when we cross over to Sardinia to discover what makes this island so ideal for motorcycle exploring. And this one's for you, Tom!